Yes, esteemed viewers, you're welcome to another lovely episode of Property Matter show. We be say we put them down to galvanize, to ginger, to make people know say to acquire property in a very essential thing. It is essential because they talk say the way they take appreciate. In fact, they appreciate past any other kind property wey person fit talk about. So therefore so no be only me go dey do am alone. I get the man wey sabi well as far as property management dey concerned. Talking about no other person but engineer Debo Adejana. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
How you dey, sir?
Adeo, how you dey?
Thank God. Family business?
We thank God, though. We are all fine. Family and business, they fine, oh.
Thank God. The other time when we dey go,
Yeah.
we say make we talk about wetin the trend now. Because the trend in the sense that maybe to those of us wey dey outside the real estate this thing,
Okay.
but for those of una wey dey inside, if you no know, but now everybody just dey do short let.
Okay.
In those days, you know, say this una business e be as e get. Sometimes they go na all people dey lajusi na im dey open eye. This one wan get all, that one don get all.
Event center.
Event center, thank you. But now we dey hear more of short let. Na im wan come make we ask, make we look am from the two sides. Wetin short let first mean? After we see the meaning of short let, make we come know wetin be the gain wey dey there, how financially buoyant e dey do presently. Then what is the future of this kind of business sef? So to start with, sir, wetin be the meaning of short let?
Okay. Thank you, Chief. And thank you, viewers. Good morning once again. So, as the name implies, short let means, say, something where you dey let, where you dey rent for a short period of time. You know, say normally in this our environment, to rent property means say you wan stay there for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So when you come talk about short, either they call am sometimes short stay, or you go hear short let, or some people go say service apartments. And then they mix them up like that. But short let, the simple meaning be say you rent place where you rent will be say you won't stay for short time, short period. It's not usually up to a year. Not usually, not that there are no cases like, but not usually up to a year. And then the other attribute of it, clear difference between the normal rent and short let, be say for short let property wey dem dey use for short let, dem go don furnish am.
Put everything in order.
Everything go dey there. You no go bring anything to the house other than your personal effects, personal belonging. Maybe something like your clothing, you know, your grooming stuff. That's all. In terms of, say, chair, terms of, say, furniture, electronics, kitchen utensils, washing machine, all of those things would have been AC, you know, all of those things would have been provided, even sometimes to internet, to cable TV subscription, you know, and things like that. All of those would have been provided. Sometimes there are even services in terms of laundry, you know, services and things like that. Yes.
It is fast becoming a trend these days. What can you say, or what is your own view or advice to business moguls, people wey get money, wey wan go into this kind of business? Do you see it more profitable than every other kind of real estate deals? Like maybe instead of hotel, be like say this hotel money dey take, maybe make I do short let. Or what's your take on this too? Yeah, investors wey dey watch us, wey wan put money inside the business. Any risk? Any risk?
Well, before we talk about any risk or no risk, there is no business without risk. So let's just clarify that. However, make we talk about, say, difference. Like you could say, you mentioned hotel. You know, short let is like another kind of hotel hospitality. Wey be say e get some advantages over hotel, why be say people dey prefer am to hotel. And it gets some disadvantages compared to hotel, where we say some people would rather prefer hotel to eat.
Okay.
You know, so that's just it. For example, like we said, everything is provided almost like an hotel.
Yes.
You know, but the difference between it and hotel, for example, is that usually you can do your own cooking. Those utensils are provided, and the idea is you can actually go to the market, buy your own stuff, stock the freezer, stock the fridge, and be doing your own cooking, you know, in short-let or short-stay apartments. Whereas in hotels, you know that you are not allowed to bring food in.
Of course.
If you want to bring food in, you have to
Call the
pay
kitchen.
corkage or something that you know. Otherwise, you make orders from the kitchen and all. And some people may want to also, an hotel environment is not so homey like that. It looks is another kind of environment. So people want to actually stay in a place for a long period. Let's say for like a month, you know, or for even 2 weeks. They know some people, because it's not because of what they've come for, they don't really they won't really enjoy an hotel environment,
Yeah,
an
this one
hotel
they go, this
environment
one
for
they
that
come.
long period.
Yes.
So they would rather stay in a place that is almost still like home away from home, you know, for that length of time and go about all that they need to do. But major disadvantage, let's put it that way, is security. And the security fall into two parts.
Okay.
Now, when you do shortlets in a place, the other people that are in that place, either on that street or in that compound, you know, with you, sometimes if you don't handle your shortletting well, they feel unsafe.
Yes.
They feel not safe because they don't know the type of people
Yeah, you are bringing in.
that you are accommodating, you know,
First 2 weeks you
around
see
their
Mr.
area.
A. Second 2 weeks you see Mr.
And
B.
they don't know the data you collected from them, how authentic those data are. If anything happens, God forbid, and they have to trace them, they don't know whether the information you provided or you gathered from them
Are genuine or not?
are even authentic or sufficient to even track them later. Do you understand? So the people around feel like their security is threatened. Okay, that's one. Then even the people staying in a shortlet, one of the very primary consideration that they have in deciding whether they want to stay in shortlet or short stay apartment A versus short stay apartment B is security. They want to find out, is this place secured? You know, is my going out, am I coming in, is it protected? Is it a place that they control? You know, people go, influx
Traffic.
of people, or anybody can just barge
into that street or that house.
You know, because you know when you are in an hotel, in a way, security
is regulated.
I mean,
Because from the
movement and
reception
all
they
of
go
that.
ask who you dey find,
Who you they
wetin you
look
dey
for and
do.
all of that. But in a shortlet, if security is not well arranged, in no time somebody can just barge in.
Let me ask this technical question about short letting. I call that technical question because for my own head, I believe say anything wey go make us do short let as a businessman, or anything wey go make anybody do short let as a businessman, it has to be only that building in that compound. Is it possible for me to say I'm operating a short let and there are still some other buildings in that same compound? I think short let is only the beauty, or what we should attribute, what the major attribute of short let should be only that building in that compound.
No, not necessarily so.
No.
There are short-let apartments that are just in a block of 8 flats or 6 flats. Maybe 1 or 2 are used for short-let. There are those. And in an estate, there are those that 1 house or 2 are used for short-let. Not all the houses in the estate, you know. So it's not exactly like that. Then don't forget that there are various uses, various needs for shortlet.
Okay.
Like we say, it's just for a period. For example, in your industry, one of the things that is also making shortlet business boom now is because in your industry, it is highly needed.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
When you people are shooting films and all of that, you want a setup that is already there.
Yes, and
You
this kind of
understand?
thing, we dey always go meet house owners.
And
Say the
before
thing na
now,
wahala.
before now, short-let apartments are not so many, such that fit into what you need, such that you always have to go and discuss with somebody that owns a house, and you stay in
Wahala.
their house. They will give you condition. You have to do it just one night, because we can't inconvenience ourselves for too long. Do you understand? So you move your things in the evening, and you must have finished by the morning, and you lodge them in an hotel.
Yes.
You know, so that you
They
can.
go dey even
make use
check
of their
time for you.
house.
House owners at times go dey check that my husband go soon come. Abeg.
Even if it's not about my husband go soon come, you know, things they may not be sure of their things. You know, strange people are coming
Of
into
course.
their homes and all of that.
Most times we even need bedroom. You know, if you
Yes,
go
now.
talk, say make I open my bedroom for you now, take shoot film. Where me and my a lot of questions are still
You know,
here, and a lot of
exactly.
things that surrounds this short letting. But most definitely, when we come back from this break, we go dey trash am. Then we go open phone lines so that if you sef don collect short let before, any experience wey you get as regards this short letting, make we know. If you are into the business too, please feel free call and let us know wetin be the advantage tabi the disadvantage wey una dey face for the business. Property Matter will be right back. Please go nowhere. Yes, if you just dey join us, short letting na we dey discuss. Yes, it has to do with making person collect apartment for a short period of time. That's why they even call am short letting. Some people dey call am service apartment. Different names na they dey give am these days. But one thing wey we know be say na something wey dey trend, is the vogue as we speak. So how familiar are you with short letting? You don even collect one before. Wetin be your experience? Talk am so that those wey even be the service providers wey dey watch us, they go fit upgrade tabi even change one or two things. Then if you sef dey render this kind of service, wetin be the challenge wey una dey face? Make we hear am. Na the essence of the show be that. Plus, say me I wan ask this question, sir. Most people they travel abroad and they have a very lovely house here, like mansions, because we have a lot of viewers from abroad where they watch us presently, which they feel benefit from this. If I get house for maybe on the island or for Ago or something like that, or Surulere, I'm talking about the good part of Lagos, and I know say this thing, I just lock the house now, all the security dey there. How I fit, they are in abroad now, so how I fit convert am to short letting, wey be say the business they go dey manage my things and my money go dey enter and my property will still be intact. How can I go about it?
It's very simple, and
How?
it's actually one of the things that is also fueling the short letting business. A lot of people who have their properties that would have ordinarily been locked up here, because maybe they come once in a year or once in 2 years. You know, they've made arrangements with short let managers, okay, people who manage short lets.
Are you telling me that there are some specialized persons who say their own because I just say short let now, just if I have money I build, then I use as, are they professionals that are in charge of this short let business?
Short let business is like managing a property. So a lot of people who manage properties do short let management. Okay,
I get that
and
now.
So but there are some peculiarities to it different from just general property management. Okay. There's the business side of the management also that is a little bit more peculiar than just managing property, but it's more or less like managing property. You understand?
So we are talking about people abroad.
So people abroad, so they've given out these properties now to property managers who help them to put it out for short let purposes, you know, and they make their money is sent to them periodically, and when they are coming, some of them say it is from that money that they are actually able to raise their holiday money, where they then come in to spend their holiday, you know, so meaning that property is serving a number of purposes for them. It's a place where they stay when they are in the country, and it also generates money to fund their holiday experience, which is fantastic. So we actually have a number of that happening around, where people manage properties for people that are abroad. Their property where they stay. So you know when they are coming in, you know, and those periods will be blocked, you know. But any period other than outside of that, it's available for people to rent and use.
Well, if you dey watch us and you dey abroad, you get very good property here. How you even sure they are not already short-letting your business, your building? Because at times most of these people wey dey carry key give, maybe those of us wey dey go do location this thing now,
Especially for you people.
Yes, now
they
most of them
always
dey confess to us say, my brother, he dey abroad, but no spoil anything.
Exactly.
No spoil anything. Use am, and na dem go collect. And they collect at times. They collect as much as 50, 100K a day.
Of course.
We'll spend like 3-4 days there.
Of course.
And they make cool cash while everything is intact. The only thing wey they go just do after. In fact, most times na dem go even condition the production and say you go still bring person wey go clean, mop.
Yeah.
I'm talking about professional cleaning when they are done. So it's a very lucrative business for anybody wey dey watch us abroad. Have you considered? Have you thought about it? Have you? Shey you don't ever reason am, because if you never reason am, na the essence of the show be that, to open your eyes to ram. Sabi, some people sef they get house, Engineer Debo, and they never pack good there.
Yes.
Can it still work for shortlets?
Like we said, you see, different purposes for different shortlets. Now, we must also clarify here that is not all area and every area that can be a good shortlet location.
Oh.
It's just like hotel.
Okay.
It's not every area and all area that can be good shortlet location. Remember, shortlet usually comes from your type of industry.
Yes.
People who see it as an alternative to hotel. Who are those? So people who travel in for business.
Benny.
Maybe they're traveling out of states. They are not from Lagos, for example.
Benny.
They are coming into Lagos, or they are not even from Nigeria. They are coming into the country to do business, and they looking for a place to stay. People who, came in for maybe holiday, vacation. They just want to relax, you know.
They will need a secure place. So
they just want to relax, you know, and things like that. So they want to, people who are maybe honeymooners, you know, new bride, new groom, that want to do honeymoon.
They're home away from home.
Yes, they are looking for where to do that, you know. So those are the kind of people, you understand, that all retreats. Maybe a company wants to just gather together some
shows.
Some of their staff.
Reality show.
We don't talk, say people in your industry.
Yes.
People in your industry for so many things, whether reality show or movie production or things like that. Yes. You know, those are the people who patronizes. Now, if you look at those, you see that there are a lot of them will be concentrated in areas that are open, that are urban. You understand?
Yes.
Not areas. So if you take Lagos, for example, now short-letting businesses are doing better in places like Ikeja, you know, places like Magodo, places like Maryland.
Yes.
Maybe Shonibari and Co. Then places like some places in Surulere,
yes,
you know,
I know Surulere
like
is
some
really
places
coming up with
in Yaba, you know, like that. And then on the island, Lekki, Oniru, Victoria Island, Parkview, Ikoyi, Banana Island. When I say Lekki, I mean Lekki Phase 1. Okay. Yeah, and then maybe to Ikate, maybe Agungi, something like that. Then to the other area, say like Bejuleki side of area, because of the kind of businesses and whatever coming up in that area, that Bejuleki axis also, you know, around that area, some short-letting businesses are coming up. Then places where you have, for example, where you've had the LBS, Lagos Business School, for some time, Shongotedo, short-letting, Abramadesoya, short-letting also happens around that area a bit. Not so much, but happens a bit. So these are areas where short-letting really operates very much. It's not to say that there are other areas
that cannot exist in our own area.
That it cannot exist, but you see the level of business, you know, and the type of business would differ. So in areas like, say, Ajao Estate now, maybe if short-letting is there, it could be a little, it could happen a bit because it's close to the hotel, to the airports, you know, and things like that. And then for movie production, for reality show, if that location is ideal for the things that the production crew is looking to make happen, yes, it can happen like that. So
Okay.
that's it.
The last question I have here as regards short letting now, the legal side of short letting. I call that the legal side of short letting because we know, say, if person won't collect hotel now, if you are not up to a certain age, they will not give you a room. Let me just use 18, the official age. They will not allow you a room or make you get one room from the hotel. But these days, we've seen young lads collect shortlets, throw secondary school parties and everything. Shey law sef dey wey dey guide shortlet, and they talk this now in order to further open the eyes of people wey dey inside this business, because some people just get the money, they no know the nitty-gritty of the business. Shey, and as we dey talk am, if they dey watch, they fit call their manager say, I hear something for WAP TV o, shey na true how e be? Because you see young boys of 12, 14, 15 that are in their juvenile ages and they collect shortlet and do all sorts of things there. Shey law sef dey. Let's take James, please.
Okay.
James, good morning.
James, how are you?
James, are you there?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'd like to still take your calls. If you have any experience as regards shortletting, let us know if you operate one. So shey law dey too wey dey guide shortlet, or na because na apartment free for all, anybody can rent?
Okay, so I'm not a lawyer.
But you sure know more than us.
I need to let you know that.
You sure know more than us.
But generally speaking, there is an adult age that you can run transactions, and I don't think, I stand to be corrected, I don't think that it's appropriate or legal to give shortlet apartment to people considered underage. I don't think so. I don't think so. A lawyer will confirm that for us, but I doubt if that will be legal. So people doing that are probably abusing the law, and they are running foul of the law. However, if it is that an adult collected the apartment, but you then realize that it is underage people that are using it, that's a different ball game. And that also probably happens, where they know that they cannot get it, but they will get an adult to front for them and then get it and all of that. So one of the things that short-let apartments are used for are parties.
I was coming to that side too.
People just take it to have parties and all.
We've seen where neighbors.
You realize that, in fact, a lot of the challenges around short-let business happens more with the ones that are given out for parties.
Yes.
In terms of nuisance,
noise pollution,
and then security, even damage to the apartments
yes, because after being motivated,
the owners,
they can do anything.
After being motivated, indeed.
Yeah,
to the owners,
that's the UK word.
Damage and all of that happens within the property and all of that. So, yes, I don't think it is legal.
Okay, he said to the best of his knowledge, he doesn't think it is legal. So if you operate this kind of business, please try look into this kind of thing, so that they no go put your business for kata. So we don't talk extensively on short letting. A very good business according to Engineer Debo and the thing they trend, but know the rules of the game before you get involved in it. So we'll come your way again Tuesday next week. Have a fabulous day. My name is Chief Olododo.
Yes, so have a great week. See you next week.